Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea and today I am so excited to be reviewing the new Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows. So I have mine in the shade Deep Neutrals and I also have mine in the shade Rose, the number 41. So before we get into this video, because I have a lot of thoughts to share and we have a demonstration and a tutorial, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on my video and taking time out of your day to spend a little bit of time with me. If this is your first time here, stick around, subscribe to my channel. It's right there in red, you can't miss it. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your constant support, for sticking with me in this journey on YouTube and trusting me to make these videos for you and recommend things to you. So let's get right into the video. So like I said, we have the new Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows. They just released yesterday, December 26th, and I went into my Sephora store and I picked them up. So here we have the outer packaging of the two. This is number 3, which is the Deep Neutrals palette. And here is what the palette looks like on the inside. I've definitely swatched it and played around with it, so if it looks a little grunged, sorry. And then we have number 4, which is the Rose palette, which is what I'm currently wearing on my eyes. Once again, swatched it, played in it, so if it looks a little grunged, sorry. Okay, so let's read about these palettes and see what Miss Reevy has to say about them. Okay, so this is a portable mini eyeshadow palette of 6 shades in a range of matte to shimmer finishes. Use them solo or snap any 2 palettes together for your own custom combo. The product is cruelty-free and gluten-free. And it says, achieve limitless eye looks in a snap, create your own custom combo on the go. From pastels to neutrals, this portable mini 6-pan palette is packed with rich, blendable color and a rainbow of matte, shimmer, and glitter long wear finishes, which was chosen by Rihanna to deliver the perfect range of shades. So there are 8 different palettes. I only purchased 2. They each retail for $25, but if you do purchase 2 at a time, you save $5 and they will cost a total of $45. For the actual weight of the palettes, it has a total weight of 1 gram or 0.035 ounces. And then, you know, the cool feature is the snapping feature. So it took me, not too long, but it took me a quick minute to figure it out. So you take the 2 back sides of the palette and then literally snap them together like this, which I think is good. It's pretty neat. And it doesn't take too much effort to pull them apart, which I thought was good too. When you snap them together, then this is what they look like if you were to use them. So they would basically look like this. And then each palette does contain a mirror, which is a really nice mirror. You'll see me actually using the mirror in the demonstration, and it's very clear, easy. Well, when I say easy to use, like I didn't feel like I couldn't get like a good amount of my face in the mirror, which is good. I think that's it in terms of the product details. I'll insert swatches right here so you can see both of the shades and how they look on my arm. I will say that the Deep Neutrals palette swatched a lot better in my opinion than the Rose palette. And I'll give a little bit more detail after the tutorial in terms of what I think, are they worth it, and all of that good stuff. So let's get into the tutorial. I'll be doing 2 different looks with both of the eyeshadow palettes, and then we'll get into my final look. Let's start off with the Deep Neutrals palette. This is palette number 3, and I'm going to do my best to use every eyeshadow that's in the palette. Since there's only 6, I think that's quite doable. I'm gonna go in with my Sonia G Blender Pro brush, and these shades do have names. They're so cute too. Alrighty, so let's go in with Nudie Booty. Nudie Booty right here, and blend that into the crease. Okay, I forgot to prime my eyes. So now we can go in with Nudie Booty and blend that into the crease and also use this as our transition color. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the shade Fire Freak, which is right here, and same brush, and we're going to blend that into the crease and more so on the outer edge of the eye. Then I'm going to go in with my Sonia G Worker Pro brush, and I'm going in with this shade called Smash or Pass, which is right here. And I'm going to pat that around the center lid and blend it into that orange shade. So start around right here. And I'm not going to wet my brush or anything like that because I really just want to see the pigment of the shimmers on their own to get a good feel of how they feel and how they work. And then same brush, I'm just gonna flip it onto the other side. We're gonna go in with this middle shade called Heaven Sent, that middle shimmer shade. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my Sonia G Pencil Pro and go in with this shade right here called No Fudge Given. And we're gonna use that to smoke out the lower lash line. And I'm gonna keep that shade on the outer edge of the eye, like going about the middle of the eyeball and then to the outer edge. And then going in with the same brush, going in with this last shade called Shots Fired, and using that to blend out that darker brown shade, and I'm gonna bring that all the way toward the inner edge of the eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the Blender Pro and just blend out the edges of the eye. Not adding any extra shadow to it, but the initial orange shade, there's still some on it, so you might see some of that blending the colors together. Going in with my Sonia G Crease Pro, and I want to go in with some of this No Fudge Given shade right here, and just use that to just add a little bit of depth. I'm going to go in with No Fudge Given and Shots Fired. I'm going to mix those two shades together and just add a little bit of depth to this outer V area. Not too much, but just enough. All right, so I'm gonna get in so you can see the final look of the eyeshadows. And yeah, so like I said, I'm not gonna apply lashes and do my brows and stuff because I'm gonna go to the next palette, but you do get an idea of how these shadows look, how they perform, and basically how you really can do almost a full eye look with this palette. All right, I'm gonna take off this eye look and then we're gonna go in with the number 4 palette. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the Rose palette and let's get started. So I'm gonna start off with this light, almost cool toned pink color called Sleepover. And we're gonna go in with my Sonia G Blender Pro brush. I did clean these brushes and blend that into the crease. I'm gonna go in with this shade called Little Miss, not Little Miss. And we're going to work that into the crease. Alrighty, then I'm going in with the Sonia G Worker Pro brush. I'm going to take Stunt Queen right here. I'm going to put this on the outer edge of the eye, like so. And once again, not wetting my brush because I just really want to see what these shimmers do on their own. And how well we can get some color. And then I'm going to go in with my Sonia G Builder Pro brush. And I'm going to go in with this shade called Sugar Shock. And we're going to use that on the inner portion of the eye. So I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue because I want to use this very glitter metallic shade right here called Diva Fiva and do a little glitter liner right here. So let's see how that works out. I'm using my Sonia G I think it's a pencil, it looks like a pencil brush. Going in with that glitter shade, and I'm just gonna pack that or run it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna run it into this inner corner. Okay, so I've added concealer, powdered my face, and then we're gonna finish off this eye look. So I'm gonna go in with the last shade of the palette called Spice Trip right here. And I'm gonna go in with my Synergy pencil brush or pencil pro brush, and just run that along the lower lash line. And then going back in with the Synergy Crease Pro brush and dipping into a little bit of Little Miss, this hot pink shade right here, and just using that to buff out the lower lash line. Then for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with that glitter shade called Diva Fiva and pop that right in here and drag it down toward the inner portion of the inner corner of the eye. All right, so let me throw on some lashes, do all that good stuff, and we'll be back so I can give you my final thoughts on these palettes. Okay, so I will list in the description box everything that I'm wearing on my face, but this is the finished look, and man, I'm very impressed by these shadows. So when I went into store and I swatched them, I went into the store yesterday, they launched yesterday, and I got there like, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning, so they hadn't been sitting out long. I swatched a couple and I was like, these kind of feel a little chalky, a little dry. And so I was like, you know what, I'll try them, I'm interested in them, but like, don't set your expectations too high. Whoa, was I wrong. So let's start off with the Deep Neutrals one. This palette is stunning. The matte shades blend so well into the eye, and I had like essentially no fallout with this particular palette in terms of the matte shades or the shimmer shades, which is great because I like to do my foundation and concealer first. So it's good to know like I don't have to worry about that. But man, this is a really good formula. This shimmer shade right here called Heaven Sent, that coppery shade, was it not gorgeous? Oh, it was so gorgeous. I really love this palette. I know I will be traveling with this hands down. It's such a just good, basic, all-around type of palette, but I do feel like I could get, you know, a few different looks. I could smoke it out. I can make it more wearable. I can make a, you know, a simple look with this. I think this is just a really good, versatile one. So happy I picked this one up. Now, the one thing that this palette is missing, in my opinion, is an inner corner highlight. But that's not a make or break for me because I can simply just use whatever highlight I'm using on my face, pop that in the inner corner, and we're good to go. But it would be nice if there was an inner corner highlight in here. But like I said, it's not a make or break, but I did want to point that out because that, like when I was doing my eye look and I got to the end, I was like, okay, inner corner. Oh, I don't have that. So that was the one kind of like, that I thought of with this one. Now the rose one. This one, first of all, I think is so pretty. So pretty. It didn't swatch as well as the Deep Neutrals did. So what I mean by that, the matte shades were, especially these two shades right here, they were very light and I had to build them up in my swatch. They weren't necessarily patchy, but I thought, especially with that hot pink shade, I was gonna get like very, very high pigment right off the bat with one swatch, and I didn't get that. With the lighter pink shade, it was a little bit more cool in a color than I thought it was gonna be, but it actually fits very well in this color scheme. So looking at my eye look now, I'm totally satisfied with it. The colors did blend very well together. So it's I think this is one of those palettes that doesn't swatch the best, but it performs very well on the eye. Now these shimmer shades and this glitter shade right here, oh, so pretty. So I love that I was able to do like that glitter, I don't even know what you would call it, but as soon as I saw this shade, I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to put that glitter and like make it an accent shade. And I'm glad that it did very well with that. I will say that with the glitter shade, glitter is not necessarily on my face. Now, you do need to use a glitter primer because since it is a glitter shade, you're gonna get fallout if you don't have that. I had a little bit of fallout when I was applying it to my eyes, but not a lot. Like, I didn't have to remove my under eye makeup to actually get it off. So I had a little bit of fallout, but not a lot, and I was happy with that. But these two metallic shades, or these two, this is more of a shimmer shade, and this metallic shade right here, gorgeous shades. I mean, I am really impressed by these palettes. Like, I kind of want to get more. So impressed by these. I'm really, really excited. I definitely think if you've been looking at these, or even if you haven't been looking at them, go in store and try them. Pick up one, maybe pick up two, you know, so you can snap it together. But Riri, she did it on these two. Now, granted, I haven't tried the other 6 palettes, but I am definitely interested in getting 2 more. Like I said, I didn't think that they wouldn't work, but I know that her Moroccan Spice palette, that eyeshadow palette is nice, but it takes a while to build up the shimmers. The mattes blend nicely together, but they're more of like a softer shade. But these shadows, I think she definitely stepped it up with the formula, and I'm so, so, so happy and so impressed with these. So yes, those are my final thoughts. I definitely think they are worth the money. I definitely think if you purchase them, you'd probably be happy with it. Can't guarantee that because, you know, everybody's different, but I'm thoroughly happy with them. So I definitely think you should check them out. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of both the eye looks, what you think of the shadows, if you're gonna get them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.